A big thanks to Captain Hook expert Xiaoqiang, who submitted a run yesterday. It's a speed run of Captain Hook's US version on the highest difficulty using Rufio, with a final time of 11 minutes and 34 seconds. This breaks the legendary 11:36 record held by Ice Emperor for 9 long years. Honestly, for a long time, people have had a huge misunderstanding about Captain Hook. They thought it wasn't that hard, that beating it was easy, so speedrun times weren't anything special. To be fair, I used to feel the exact same way. But this time, after Xiaoqiang explained all the little details you have to watch out for, I finally understood the game's mechanics. There's just so much to it. If you don't get how the mechanics work, a 15-minute clear is pretty much your absolute limit. Breaking into the 11s means you finally understand the game. But if you want to push your time even further, it all comes down to luck. Yep, luck. You have to try countless times just to get that one perfect run. There are several key spots where if your luck is bad, you just have to reset. So, enough talking, let's jump right into today's awesome video. Stage 1 takes less than a minute. It's very simple, so not much to talk about. However, the first key spot is coming up real quick. If I don't mention it, most people would completely miss it. So what's going on here? The answer is about to be revealed. Up ahead, there's a skeleton wall. After breaking it, there's a barrel further along. Okay, right here. In the picture on the right side of the screen, if a player pushes right up to the front, a green fat guy and rolling barrel minions will spawn. But on the left side, Xiaoqiang just stands right here and doesn't move. That first minion never spawns. So, your positioning here is absolutely crucial. If you're in the wrong spot, the minions spawn. If you get it right, this entire wave just vanishes, saving a ton of time. Alright, let's see it in action. This wave of enemies was straight up skipped. That easily saves dozens of seconds. Those fat guys can take a beating and have tons of health if you had to fight him. Imagine how much time you'd waste. Now, like I kept emphasizing earlier, speedrunning this game requires luck. Why? Take the javelins, for example. We all know a javelin can one-shot enemy minions, but sometimes the enemies just wander around randomly and don't line up. Meaning, your javelin won't kill everyone in one shot. And that wastes time. Killing all the minions with a single attack is absolutely crucial. 2 fat guys, pierced by 1 javelin. Perfect. No need to heal, going straight to the boss. You've got to throw this beehive perfectly. It instantly takes away 2/3 of the boss's health, and then he uses the shadow dive. This is exactly why Rufio is so top tier. As we saw in stage 1, Rufio can follow up with 2 shadow strikes after knocking enemies down, and that shadow damage is insane. Alright, stage 2 is done. Seeing that key spot in stage 2, you guys get the game mechanics now, right? Don't worry, there's more coming. In the very last stage, stage 6, during the second room, there will be more key spots, and not just one. Just imagine, stage 6 is the final level. If you mess up either of these 2 final key spots, you have to start all over again. Wouldn't your mind just snap? Just picture it, you're chasing the ultimate speedrun record, you fight your way all the way to the final stage, and then you mess up the very last key spot and have to start from scratch. That kind of mental pressure is brutal. His muscle memory here is so good. He takes out the enemies the exact second they spawn. After hearing all this, are you guys super curious about the final stage now? But hey, we've got to take things one step at a time. Let's finish watching the earlier stages first, and then we'll see what those 2 key spots in the final stage are all about. Those are 2 massive key spots, but honestly, stages 3, 4, and 5 have some smaller key spots too. Look, the boss fight for this stage is about to start. Normally, you fight 2 fake Captain Hooks. The fake hooks themselves aren't that hard. So where is the key spot? It's the direction they get up, and after being knocked down, it's completely random. The best case scenario is that both captains crawl in the same direction, so we can hit both of them at the same time. But if you're unlucky and they crawl in opposite directions, left and right, you're going to lose time. There's nothing you can do about it. It's pure luck. This time, Xiaoqiang got super lucky. After the two captains were knocked down, they crawled in basically the same direction and didn't separate. Stage 4 also has a very critical spot, coming up just ahead. This is a clean takeout. Wow, this part is so crucial. Look at all these ninja minions, the ones with the dual swords. One javelin explosion wipes them all out. This is a massive make or break moment for the speedrun. Many top players aiming for the absolute record will just reset right here if that single javelin doesn't kill every single minion. This is an incredibly tough part of the run. Think about it, with so many key spots, you can't afford a single mistake. The mental toll on the player is just insane. This isn't just testing your skill level anymore. The stage 4 boss fight is looking pretty beautiful too. That was so clean. All those sword grunts wiped out instantly. Like I was saying, the stage 4 boss's jumping direction is also completely random and hard to control. See? Just like that, his jumps are totally random. But relatively speaking, once he jumps, Rufio is strong enough to knock him down with a jumping attack. 2 jump attacks and a shadow dive, wait, not 2, just 1 jump attack and a shadow dive, and it's done. Stage 4 cleared. If you were the player here, if you were Xiaoqiang himself, you'd probably be over the moon right now. Because reaching this point, you'd know you're seriously close to making history. You guys have to realize, Ice Emperor's 1136 record stood on the leaderboard for 9 whole years. 9 years, guys. That was an old run from 2017. A while back, Xiaoqiang told me that Ice Emperor's run was already incredibly close to a perfect tool-assisted run, and he thought it was impossible to beat. When we were chatting, I gave him a lot of encouragement. I said, man, the skill gap between you two is practically zero now, it's entirely down to luck. And since it's a luck thing, who knows? Maybe if you try a few more times, it'll happen. Shortly after, he hit an 1147 and felt he had played out of his mind. I hadn't even finished making the video for that run when, a couple of days later, he suddenly sent me a WeChat message saying he got an 1134, completely shattering Ice Emperor's record. Holy crap, that is just incredible. So, I'm skipping that 1147 video entirely, and we're looking straight at the 1134 masterpiece. Of course, if you guys want to see the difference between the 1147 and the 1134, we could always do a comparison video. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If there's enough interest, we can definitely make it happen. Alright, the stage 5 boss, Smee. There's not really much to say about this fight. If minions show up, just clear them with the shadow. Man, Rufio's shadow clone is just way too good. Awesome, everything is going incredibly smoothly. Right now, it's only at 8 minutes and 56 seconds. Entering the final stage around the 9-minute mark. Here it is, the highly anticipated final stage and its 2 key spots. The first room spawns a few ninja minions, probably the most annoying mobs in the whole game. You don't need to be too stressed about the first room, though the key spot won't happen here. It's in the second room. We just took down a sub-boss. Just a heads up, in this next room, stage 6-2, another sub-boss will appear. The trick for this key spot is to completely skip that sub-boss. Here comes the second spot, right here. Right now, Xiaoqiang is standing in this specific position. Instead of moving forward, he moves up along the vertical axis. If you walk straight forward, a yellow drunkard and a running sub-boss will spawn from the doorway. Clearing that drunkard would definitely waste time. So, Xiaoqiang clears the minions in this specific zone first before moving forward. And then, something magical happens. No yellow drunkard, and no sub-boss from the doorway. Let's see the result. No drunkard, no sub-boss, right? Pretty magical. Alright, the second key spot is fully explained. There's actually a third key spot, and it's in the next room. Here, it's just normal minion clearing. Wow, that was beautiful. That fat guy didn't even touch him. How did he even throw him like that? Incredible. Finally, it's the stage 2 boss, acting as an elite mob here. These sword grunts are super annoying because they can block. Wow, they even blocked the ultra-powerful shadow clone. Alright, finally cleared. Moving to the next room, let's see where this third room trick happens and what it's all about. Nothing special here, just standard minion clearing, no problem. But just ahead, it's coming up right now. This part is crucial. The 4 sword minions on screen must be wiped out entirely with a single attack. If you do that, the second wave of minions won't spawn. Let's see if it works. Look, the second wave that usually happens on the right side didn't trigger at all. That purple ninja minion never showed up, right? Amazing. Entering the final room, the ultimate boss fight begins. He uses a jumping down attack to instantly shred about a third of the boss's health. At this point, enemy minions and various items start spawning. The most critical item is that beehive. He grabs the javelin, blows up 2 minions, and uses a shadow clone to knock down the boss. Captain Hook's bomb goes off, knocking down 2 minions, the beehive drops, and one final hit, boom. Finished. Melted him. 11 minutes and 34 seconds. The greatest speedrun in Captain Hook history is officially born. Finally, thank you all so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.